Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on the Smacked Raw podcast, the Friday night SmackDown edition. I am your host, Kyle Tyson, joined by, to my left, Mr. RN, and then, of course, special guest tonight joining us from, you said, the Queen's Court podcast?
Queen's Takeover.
Queen's Takeover. God dang it, man. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But Miss Cat as well. How are you guys tonight?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You guys are joining in. If we seem a little on a rocky start, we are actually just finding out about the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman. You may know him as Black Panther. Apparently had colon cancer and was fighting it for about the last 4 years, and unfortunately lost his fight today. We definitely want to send out our well wishes and condolences to his family and friends. This is obviously a big blow, as he was very inspirational in Black Panther. A lot of people made that movie out to be very big when it came out. It spoke to a lot of people. It was a very important flick. Say what you like about what you want about movies. They do inspire a lot of generations of people. Chadwick is obviously going to be very missed. But yes, on to tonight's show. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Covering SmackDown's gonna be rough, regardless with bad news or not. It wasn't the most impactful thing, but we'll get through it. Like Kat was saying, there's a couple things in there, little things in there that was good. We had a return, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is
Yeah, I came out of hiding.
yes.
Councilman Jam.
Who would have thought? Was it Morgan Pierce, the authority figure running around? He seems to have a presence.
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. Sorry, excuse me. I'm terrible with names today, apparently.
Yo, he used to book for Ring of Honor and all types of shit, man. And he was actually a pretty decent wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, he ended up having a good presence on TV. Tonight, the story was him running around trying to get Braun, the Fiend, and Roman Reigns to all sign their triple threat contract for Payback. And that has a nice little twist at the ending that I don't think anybody saw coming.
Hell no. Hell no.
Tell him, Kat. Say it again. Say it again.
Hell no.
It made this whole 2-hour shit show worth it at the end. Like it really.
Oh, man. It shows if you can book something top heavy, it might be passable. Of course, I want to acknowledge the live stream over here. We are on twitch.tv /The Standing Streamer. You can catch us essentially every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then, of course, on the week Sundays, if there's pay-per-views like there is this week with Payback. On the off days, you can catch Putting You Over. Streamer ends up getting a lot of cool guests. Like, he just had Nick Aldis on not too long ago. He's had guests for this upcoming Synergy event that is taking place tomorrow night that we will actually be covering. And when I say we, I mean me and whoever I can convince to do the show with me. Very little planning to do with that right now. Oh man. Lastly, for the standing streamer, he's working on YouTube as well. Head over there, man. Sub to the guy. He needs that custom URL, so we got to get him to 100. Last I checked, he had less than 20 to go. Head over there, do your due diligence, okay? And sub to that YouTube channel, man. Help the guy out. Because we've learned here, and we're still learning, man. YouTube's a tough nut to crack, man. I'm telling you.
It definitely is.
It is. He says he's got 12 left in the live stream. While we're plugging stuff, Kat, I had you plug your stuff before we were recording, but please feel free. Run down your stuff once again.
Okay, well, as you said, I am one of the hosts for Queen's Takeover. We do have episodes that drop Our new episodes drop every Tuesday. We actually just launched our website with all of our information, host information, platform links, our merchandise store. You can find that at queenstakeoverpodcast.com. And I'm actually just signed up full time to write with EF Sports. And so you can find that at Everyday Fan.
Awesome, man. Yeah, dude. And if we might plug a couple more things, we got t-shirts. As you can see here, we got t-shirts. Head on over to patreon.com/SmackDaw Podcast. The $25 tier gets you the official SmackDaw Podcast t-shirt. You can pick your choice of color of a logo, your color of shirt. As you see here, RN sporting the lovely blue. You just got that today, right?
Yep, had to get it to match that NY flavor form. What's up?
There we go. I wish we could say that we did that intentionally. But yeah, head over to our Patreon. We also got sticker packs. You get early access to YouTube videos. You even actually get ad space. $25, man, and we'll go ahead and plug your stuff on our show. We got to start plugging D-Rod's Twitch channel. I told him we'll be plugging that next month, but not yet because the payment hasn't cleared yet, D-Rod. So,
Calling him out like that, huh?
yes.
Oh yeah.
It's
and
if you don't have the money right away, it's okay because Patreon doesn't actually process the payments until the first of the month. So as long as you know you'll have the money by then, you can subscribe at any time. All right, that's a solid almost 7 minutes of plugging shit. I think last thing, WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Head over there, sub to their stuff, man. They've always got great articles, hot takes, recaps. Wonderfully talented people. Kat, you used to be affiliated with them.
Yes, I did. And I definitely left on good terms.
Oh, thank God.
It was definitely
it was awesome.
Yeah. No, it was more of a personal decision to leave, and so shout out to Steven and Tom and CJ and all of them over there. They are absolutely wonderful, and I will always be a huge supporter of them as well.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's great, man. That's great. All right, man. Let's get into SmackDown. RN, I missed the opening of SmackDown. Fill me in on exactly what went down.
It started out with, like you said, like Adam Pearce and him talking in Vince's office, and Vince pretty much telling him to sack the fuck up and don't fail me. You got to get these 3 signatures. And that's how we kicked the show off.
Hell yes, man. Vince McMahon on SmackDown, dude. Okay, they must be hurting for ratings, dude.
Yo, but he had a fire-ass suit and tie on. Yeah. Like maybe one of the dopest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think I saw like a GIF on their Twitter page. I just didn't get to see the segment. So, for one, the thing that sticks out about this is, okay, I can see tracking down Roman. I can see tracking down Braun. Granted, it happens later on. There's a spoiler, right. But like, how the fuck do you track down the Fiend? That's a task.
Well, that's what he said. That was one of the things he said. He said, if I was you, I'd start with Bray Wyatt. There's actually a Firefly Funhouse segment tonight. You should probably start there. And pretty much he sent him to get his shit kicked in. So
does this confirm that the Firefly Funhouse does not take place in its own plane of existence, but now it is almost confirmed it's some shoddy set backstage like everything else? Because you've now had Seth Rollins discover it. You had Braun Strowman not too long ago, and now fucking Adam Pearce. It's like I thought you had to be filled with vengeance to find that place. No, like I just need a signature, Mr. Wyatt.
I just look at it like some Pan's Labyrinth type shit, or like Alice in Wonderland. Like you fall into it.
Man,
a little pocket dimension in the backstage area.
Kat, does it ruin any mystique for you that the Funhouse is so easily discovered now?
Nah, I mean, because it's like you knew that it was going to be close by anyway. And now, if it was like something like Lair of the Fiend and everything, that would have ruined it. But with the Firefly Funhouse, I mean, nah, not really. And it was like cool with like Pierce and everything. He came in as more like a mailman. Pierce had like the whole like USPS uniform on and
They call him
everything.
Postman Pierce or Post Officer
Postman
Pierce.
Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like some Blues Clues shit. I was
Oh,
down.
that's exactly what I thought of.
Right?
We just got a letter.
Exactly. That's literally what I thought as soon as that came. As soon as it came out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So next up, we had Jeff Hardy out in the ring delivering a promo. He is confronted by AJ Styles. Obviously has room to be upset over this, the stipulations of how he lost his belt last week. Jeff Hardy, at this point, I don't know if he's a heel or not because of a couple things that takes place. First of all, he downplays the victory in the means of which he won. He tells AJ to his face, yeah, I'm going to do an open challenge to everybody except you. I could see this if it's a heel who doesn't have a good point, but the man is like, you used a foreign object. So that's kind of heelish. And then it ends up being Nakamura who ends up coming out answering the challenge. The match doesn't have any major drama to it. I mean, at one point, Jeff throws Nakamura into Styles, who's on commentary, but that doesn't really result in anything. And then I missed it, but I heard on commentary from Styles, Jeff used the brace again. And that led him to the Swanton Bomb for a victory.
It was subtle. I mean, unless you were like really, really paying attention to it, he just used that same knee that had the brace on it.
Yeah.
Either way, that's 2 victories with a foreign object.
If they turn him heel, I'm here for it. Like, he sucks on he sucks on promos and shit anyway. So just make him evil brother Nero, just fucking people up using weapons and shit. Like, I'm into it if that's where they're going. I know that's not, but if they do go that route, my main thing is like get Nakamura out of that fucking Scuba Steve, that wetsuit, bro. Like I can't even like take. I can't take him serious coming out in a wetsuit, bro. Like I just can't. Like
it's like wearing a full body romper.
He's a fucking jobber, man. He's literally a jobber.
How are you a champion and a jobber though, Arad?
I mean, it's like speaking of.
Go ahead, Kat.
Okay. No, I was like, speaking of champions, and it's like he rushes out there to accept the challenge and leaves his tag team partner in the back. And it's like Cesaro like turns his hand for like 1 second, and then whoosh, Nakamura's gone.
Everybody's bad guys. It's just all bad guys in this scene, including the returning Sami Zayn.
Oh my God.
Still got belt in tow. All right, so obviously he's got 1A belt. Him and Jeff have like an awkward stare off, and then Sammy delivers like just a big boot. I mean, it's supposed to be a haluva kick, but I mean, from like 4 feet in front of you, it's just a kick.
Well, let's be honest, a haluva kick it's only a haluva kick because it's in the corner.
Exactly.
It's still essentially just a fucking big boot. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then that's it. I saw you called someone out on Twitter already that they said that Jeff got up and was like clapping when he got up or something. No,
it wasn't me. It was somebody else. I just commented on it. Yeah, I guess he took the fucking thing, and then I guess I didn't see it, but I guess he just got right back up and was just like, yeah, I got kicked in the face. I'm like,
I missed it. Like no soul. I mean, granted, it's like one thing to no sell a haluva kick, but I mean, people can eat a big boot like it's a headlock. Yeah. It's not unless it's Charlotte. It's not really a big deal anymore.
I just hope we don't get another triple threat. That's all I'm hoping. Just not any more triple threats.
Oh man, I don't know. That's 3 guys all involved in the IC picture.
3 guys and 2 belts too. Like, I mean, if it's just Sammy versus Jeff, that's fine. I mean, with the 2 belts, but then you got like awkward ass AJ Styles on the side. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's like technically the only one who thinks he's that Sammy is still IC champion is Sammy, because technically WWE stripped him of the title.
Right.
So it's like Sammy's like got his own place in his head.
But my thing is like I thought that too, but then like how can we give Roman a pass for saying and doing the same shit, and then not let Sammy do it too? Because technically neither one of them lost their belts.
But Roman's not running around with a belt right now.
Roman didn't have a championship before he left.
Wait. How did he lose his title again?
He had to relinquish it. He first got diagnosed when
With cancer.
his
Okay,
leukemia,
that was the last time he had
leukemia
it. Okay.
recurrence. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he was supposed to face Goldberg, but because he was still out, Braun took the spot.
Yeah.
Tommy Streamer, gotta love that name. Tommy Streamer in the chat says, I sense a Sammy real IC champ versus AJ like HBK and Razor feud. I guess that's a deep cut right there.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, you can see that. Just, man, it's hard to put Jeff in anything. Like, I went from like loving Jeff, but I'm like, I don't know where he really belongs. Like in wrestling in 2020, like it's so weird because everything about him is still like very dated. Like, does he stand out awkward to you, Kat? Like, I mean, I love the guy, I love Jeff, but
I mean, I absolutely. I mean, I'm the same way because it's like I love Jeff. He's definitely been one of my he's been a favorite for a while and everything, but it's like these days it's almost like a little bit of a nostalgia act. Facts. I mean, if he were to like do anything with like brother Nero-ish type stuff, that I would be fine with. But it's like everything, it's like I've seen this stuff before and everything. Mm-hmm. And it only seems like these days it's like they've been rehashing his past problems with like addictions and arrests and everything like that, which he signed off on, so that's all cool. But it's like I need to see something more.
Thank you.
It reminds me of when Triple H and Shawn Michaels were doing DX in their 40s.
Yeah,
except they actually connected with a lot of fans, and I feel like Jeff is doing the same nostalgic act. But I mean, how many people are trying to wear mesh shirts or doing like the full neon body paint stuff? You know what I mean?
It's different with little kids. All little kids want to say "suck it" and shit like that. So that's why DX connected with a newer crowd. Jeff Hardy, the only guys that he's probably connecting with is some older gay gentlemen with mesh shirts oiled up, or like dudes, Right Said Fred type shit. Like we all need to let go of this nostalgia shit. We need to let it go. Like all of us are all the same age. We all grew up with the Hardy Boys, Attitude Era, WrestleMania 2000. That was all our time in wrestling. The shit is over. Let it go.
The ship is.
And then the eye thing. Have you guys ever seen? I can't even think of the movie, but they drew when the guy always passed out, and they drew like actual eyes on him while he was sleeping, so it looked creepy as shit. Looked like he was awake when he really wasn't. I think it was Strange Wilderness, but anyway, just like the eye makeup and everything, like the face paint, like I'm over it. I'm over it. I've been preaching that. Thank you, Kat, for coming on and saying the same shit and agreeing with me. It's dated. Let it go.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you can argue for Matt because Matt's tried to reinvent himself and is hitting this with the audience, but he's reinventing himself. And of course, WWE is not. I mean, when given the option, can we take a risk on a new act that might fall on its face, or can we go ahead and sell some nostalgia tickets and T-shirts? WWE is always going to take the safe route with nostalgia,
right?
And God, that's what's killing Jeff, man. Him staying in WWE, I just don't see. And I'm not going to sit here and say, he needs to go to AEW, but he does need more freedom with his character, or who knows? I mean,
but he's had freedom, even like when he went to TNA and everything. Like if he was better on the mic, I think he'd not necessarily get over, but I think we could stomach the shit that he's doing now if he actually was a good promo and could like verbally joust with people. But he's the same person on the mic he always has been. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I love Jeff though. I can talk shit about for like 10 minutes and then I'm still gonna say I still love the guy. Just so we this brought us to the actual Postman Pierce appearing in the Firefly Funhouse. That was pretty much the segment. I don't think there was really anything else to note about the Firefly Funhouse tonight. It was just the contract. Did anything stick out to you guys? Did I miss anything?
Not really.
No.
Okay, cool. So we already covered it. And then so here it comes back to just one of those things of just like, where does this guy stand on any given week? Shorty G attacks Matt Riddle, who's in the ring delivering a promo trying to goat Baron Corbin out. And then, dude, I put my kid to bed, which takes me 2 minutes. And in that 2 minute span, I hear the bell ring down the hallway. Like, oh, like, I guess that's a wrap. I mean,
it was a quick match.
Maybe he'll get his name back. I don't fucking know. I feel bad for Gable though. I really do, man.
It should have been changed to begin with.
I'm telling
Facts.
you, man.
Like I want to know like what focus group or what type of data they have that like convinces them that these name changes and shit that they use is like shit people wants to see.
Their
like,
focus
like,
group consists of one person.
Yeah, like,
and it's Vince McMahon. That's the focus group.
And it's fucking so condescending and like just like shitty. Like
I did hear one thing though. I did hear one thing that kind of puts it to light. You guys remember the whole racist angle Booker T had with Triple H?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much of this is just Booker T trying to toe the company line, but he recently spoke out about it. And, you know, he said that, yeah, granted, everything around the story is jacked up, but he's like, when that check cleared, he's like, I paid off my house. You know what I mean? I had this and that. My life was set up. It was life-changing money to me. So creative aside, I was able to, you know, my life was still improved for the better. Maybe that's how a lot of these guys slide. I don't know. I mean,
I'm sure, but...
or it could be what fucking Meltzer said, and everybody has at some point contacted AEW. I don't know. But yeah, otherwise.
Booker Ruckus can fuck off. I don't even listen to anything he says.
I knew when I brought him up, it wasn't really going to be a good point.
I mean, even if he did have a good point at this point, he's fucking canceled with me.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
No, we're not getting into that shit.
Let that shit go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole can of worms type thing?
It is a whole can of worms that we just don't have grounds to talk on. Anyways, going forward. So earlier, this is actually one of the cool points. Fucking everything that Bayley was doing tonight in these segments, dude, just some fucking cruel shit, man.
Look like go, Cat, go. You look like you were about to, like your head was about to explode. Go ahead, let's hear it.
Well, first things first. You can tell whose team I'm on by my shirt.
Facts.
Oh shit.
I am Team Sasha all the way, and it's like I've been anticipating this divorce for quite some time. But of course, with like the pandemic and all the changes that WWE had to make with all like where they were holding stuff at, of course, because they want this match in front of fans.
Facts.
But it's coming like within the next month. If not, I'm gonna say this right now. If they don't lose the tag titles on Sunday, they will lose them at Clash of Champions, and it's on. Because it's like Bayley hit every raw nerve, every insecurity, everything that Sasha's had against her, and Sasha's about to explode.
Yo, that first line. So this was all set up through just how the main event was set up, and it was essentially playing off of Smack Talk from last week.
Yeah.
The confrontation between Miz and Big E. Miz, Morrison confront Big E backstage, along with Sheamus. Heavy Machinery flanks Big E. We have a 6-man tag set up for later in the show. Well, now we cut to them mingling in the back. Otis, along with his money in the bank, has got his like money in the lunchbox. It's full of like salami. Maybe you might say salami in the bank. I don't know. But anyways, Sasha, Bayley appear on screen. They said, you guys are just playing with your meat. It's a good line.
but
But
Definitely
the line for Bailey referring to Big E is some people can only hack it as a tag champ. And that is some cold shit to say in front of your tag team partner. Oh, man. And then, of course, later on, they get in the ring, and they're cutting a promo in the ring, and Bailey takes the blame for Sasha's loss, says, I should have never let you get in that match. I know how you are with Raw tag team defense, or Raw championship defenses. That's, oh, boy.
Baby, don't be so mean.
Dude, I could go for another 2 months of Bailey just inserting her foot in her mouth around Sasha. Like, it is some of the most entertaining shit I've ever heard, man. I do feel bad for Sasha fans, though.
I love it. I do. But, like, I don't want them to break up. They're so fucking dope together. Like, they've been carrying these shitty-ass shows for every bit of 2 months now. Like, and the shitty women's division. Like, they are, like, their chemistry together. Like, I know they're better. Allegedly, they're better foes than they are partners. But to me, like, you have it so perfectly where you get to have them on every show. You get to have different matches with them on every show. You get to still have their dynamic carrying the fucking show because every other champion on these shows suck ass. So it's like, I don't want them to break up. I don't. Like, I know it's coming. Like you said, I agree with you, Katie. Like, if it isn't something this Sunday when they lose the titles, I mean, it's got to be close. Like, Sasha's going to lose their fucking mind.
I got a question. Do you think this has anything to do with them finally doing like that documentary highlighting their takeover of Brooklyn? Because that match is getting a lot of exposure on TV and stuff lately. Yeah. And I mean, people behind the scenes, obviously, that are not named RN, that want to see this match, they always come back to the match they had at TakeOver Brooklyn. We want to see that again. We don't want to see a WWE style rest hold match with some shenanigans. We want to see like top rope reverse hurricanranas and shit. Do you think that might be the exchange? They might let those girls run loose the moment this match goes, or just the status quo?
Go ahead, Katie.
I hope they let him go because you could tell, because I actually got a chance to watch. I mean, I watched the Untold about the Brooklyn match and everything, and how the fact that they had to like keep everything on the down low as far as like what they wanted to do, because they didn't want anybody talking them out of it or say, no, you can't do that and everything. I honestly don't know how to answer that, because it's like, you know, their history, and so it's like you're hoping that they would let them go and they'll have the freedom to do whatever they want to do with the match and everything. Like, I don't know like how the setup was with Becky and Sasha when they did Hell in a Cell, but that was like one of the best matches of last year. And so, yeah. And so I guess that's really all I can say about that. And I really do hope that they can let them go and no politics or no corporate
if we
BS
get the match,
in the way
we
of
get
it.
the match, we get the takeover match. That's the trade-off.
My shit is that I think that match has been holding both of them back their entire career, because no matter what they do, like you said, people are always going to go back to that match, and that match is never going to happen until Vince is dead, or unless they go back to NXT. They're never going to get that time. They're never going to get that focus. They're never going to be able to be creative and do what they do best in a WWE main roster ring. It's just never going to happen. That's why I don't want to see it, because I feel like they're dynamic. They're really good friends. Like, their chemistry is off the fucking charts. Like, and you saw it in that documentary. Like, they were crying for each other like the whole entire damn time. Like use that power and empower them to just fucking take over and be queens and reign over this shit. Even when Becky and Charlotte come back, attack them differently on both shows. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, to where they can't team up. And it has to just be one, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other things they can do with this without doing the same stupid bullshit WWE shit. You're a tag team for 2 months. We split you up, and then come back a year later and do it again. Like, no, just let them go. Let them stay together and tear some shit up. Like,
how
why?
long have they been together now? They've got to have been
We'll
together
make it back.
almost, if not all of Bailey's championship run.
Yeah, it's like late last year.
Yeah, they have to
Yeah, it
have
was
been
like,
together.
what was it, Survivor Series maybe?
Yeah, Bailey's rolling up on a year now, fairly soon. E-Rush says send him to AEW. E-Rush, look, man, I don't know if now's the time or place.
No.
All right? I don't know if that's really appropriate, my friend.
Yes, the AEW women's division needs a lot of help and everything, but no, not those two. No.
Oh. Anyways. Backstage, Pierce is still, collecting signatures, runs into Gulak, tells Gulak, like, hey, man, because Gulak wants revenge on Braun. He wants revenge for getting power slammed. Pierce is like, man, I don't know if you saw, like, what happened at SummerSlam. I don't know if Braun's really in the mood for someone like you. Gulak apparently takes that as a drunken challenge because he grabs a fucking chair, he hits Braun, and then immediately regrets his life decisions that's led him to this point. I think the biggest decision he regretted was re-signing with WWE at that moment.
That's where I'm going, and I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was his big thing. He throws the chair to Pierce. Braun gives Pierce the ultimatum. He's like, look, I'll sign the contract. Get me a match with Gulak. It happens. Braun murders Gulak. Once again, thank you for re-signing Gulak. Kat, what do you think about Sami Zayn on the outside looking in with Nakamura and Cesaro?
Well, it's like Cesaro said. I mean, things have changed. He went off like that. I mean, he disappeared like that. Of course, he had his reasons, but on screen, it's like he disappeared like that. Cesaro and Shinsuke have grown a lot closer, and then they are now they're now tag team champions, and so it's like he's got to build trust with them again.
Do you think he's got to build trust, or he's just out?
I think it's out.
I think he's out. I think that dude doesn't have a friend in the world on the SmackDown roster. And I think that is both kayfabe and real life. Like, I think that's going to be, they're going to do the whole, how bullshit is it? Like, you want to sit home during a pandemic. We're not going to hold anything against you. And then he's going to come back and they're going to, I hate to say it, they're going to use like that resentment. And because that's all tonight was about. Sammy, where have you been? Where have you been, Sammy? You didn't call us, Sammy. They made him look like a dick. They could have brought him back and like, oh, hey, we were texting or this and that. Like, no, they made it like Sammy completely bailed on everybody in the entire roster. That's how they're portraying it.
But if anybody can handle that on SmackDown's roster, he may be the best on the mic on that entire roster.
That's
true.
Very true.
So that's why I'm not mad about it. And I'm hoping that I'm hoping that they somehow turn this to, I know this probably won't get him in the world title picture or universal championship like anytime soon, but I hope they use this as an opportunity to at least make him like a second or third person or heel or whatever, just like somewhere at the top of the card where, yeah, we know he's never going to get a fucking shot, but at least make him a viable threat and kind of in around, not even necessarily in the title picture, but at least around the title picture.
Yeah, and have him on air. Have him on air.
Right. Like he has to be on air.
Oh,
you have nobody that can talk like him.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it does look like we're going to get title versus title. I mean, it's, I can sit here and speculate that they're going to stick it to him, but I mean, the man is allowed to tote his Intercontinental Championship right now. It's not like he came back and was like, they stripped me. Like, no, he's literally gets to show up on screen with it. So he is in a title picture. So we'll see. You guys, we finally going to get Lucha House Party to finally fucking disband.
No, because it'll still be Dorado and Metalik together.
I mean, at this rate. Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Fuck. I don't know, because you could easily have, like, one of them accidentally hits Dorado and then bang. Like, everyone just says, screw it, this is a failed thing. I don't know. Kalisto had an awesome match with Cesaro, though.
Yeah, Kalisto's fire.
Yeah, man. But yeah, there's definitely that animosity with him and Dorado. He tell Dorado backstage, like, how about you stay back here and watch how I get it done?
Yeah.
And then Nakamura and Cesaro, they don't even respect Lucha House Party enough to beat him down. They just hit him once and laugh at him and walk off.
Right.
Exactly.
And they've been doing that. It's fucking hilarious, actually.
The three of them together are not even as tall as Cesaro if you stack them on top of each other. So, I mean,
oh man, no, they're falling apart at the seams though, because Kalisto told him stay in the back. Nakamura tried to get involved. Lucha House Party did show up to have his back, but he still got rolled up and then blamed them for coming out. I thought we were gonna get a brawl, man. I thought we've only got one or two more of these instances before push comes to shove.
My thing is, like, what do you do with them though once you break them up? Like, what happens to them?
Fucking NXT embraces short people. And look, man, no offense to NXT viewers, but I mean, look at this Fatal 4-Way. You stack all their heights together, you get like 6'7".
Facts.
All right. And no, I mean, they're all incredible people, but I'm saying, like, if you're a little bit smaller, you'll probably thrive more in NXT than you're going to on the main roster. Although I've always said it, Kalisto holds a victory over Braun in a dumpster match.
That's true.
Put Braun in the dumpster. God, dude, Raw was such a shit show for so many years.
Hell, it's like I even forgot until tonight that Kalisto used to used to be a U.S. champion.
Yeah,
oh, fuck, he was a champ, wasn't he?
Yeah,
and the cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, that I remember, but it's like I forgot he held the U.S. title.
Oh man!
So it's like you can put him him breaking off by himself again. I mean, he'll do fine and everything, and then keep Grand Metalik and Lindsay together and.
Yeah, Grand Metalik and Lindsay, they're going to be a SmackDown tag team just because SmackDown doesn't really have any tag teams.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they need Yeah, Kalisto really feels like he could go to NXT and probably get a refresh. I've said it. I know like people are really don't like about luchadors, and I know it's very important for their masks. But I mean, sometimes you just need a new look. You need a new look. You need to freshen it up. Look at your boy
Santos Escobar.
Walking Wild.
Yeah,
Walking Wild out there, man. They freshened up their look, and now they're like a mainstay in NXT. You know,
this is the same argument that I have with Vince all the time. Like, and people just need to realize it. This is, if you cannot speak English, WWE will never push you, no matter how good you are in the ring.
Well,
no matter
how and Dorado can.
Yeah,
their English is fine.
I know, but how would you know? You never hear them talk.
They were talking. Kalisto's from Chicago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like the way that they played them up and with the mask and everything, it doesn't matter.
I got you. No, I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. That's why I was glad they took the mask off Escobar, because like you get to see like you said, to me, he's the guy they've been looking for as far as wrestler for when they finally start being able to go back to Mexico and all that. Because he had the thing that he has a leg up on Andrade and all those other guys is he speaks English well. He's fluent. English is 1A, 1B compared to his Spanish, and he's good looking as well. So it's like he has a leg up on those other guys, and that's just the brass tacks of it.
Yeah.
Would you say the same thing though about like Asuka or anything like that? Because it's like she does speak English and everything, but over half her promos are in Japanese.
Yeah, but everyone always throws that back at me. Well, what about Asuka? I was like, all right, but what about before the pandemic when she was getting shit on for 9 months?
Yeah, Asuka, as much as I want to say it, Asuka really did feel like she was just one of those people that was able to take advantage of the situation.
Right. It wasn't like they propped her up or anything. She's a damn good fucking wrestler, and you can't deny her star power. That's because that's always what everyone throws out. Oh, what about Asuka? Like, what about before the pandemic and we didn't see her at all?
And there's always going to be an exception to the rule. Nothing is ironclad. There's always going to be an exception.
Right.
Shinsuke's the main thing. I mean, look what they've done to him.
Yeah, I mean, it is, dude. It's hard to really say. I mean, I don't disregard your argument. I believe it has a lot of weight to it. I mean, there is a lot of weight to it. It sucks, because these guys can speak English. That's the thing.
And that's the thing, you really don't know, like, because Kalisto, is he even Mexican? Like, I thought he was something else. Like, is he Mexican?
Dude, Vince is our local Hispanic. I
don't even know if, like, I can't remember or not, but I don't even think he's like Latino or anything. I wasn't sure, but like, I don't know. It's just like
he's Chiquino is what I hear in the chat, and I hope he did not just get me to swear on air because I have no idea what I said.
Don't do it.
Fucking hell. I don't know, man. All right, let's move on. Alexa Bliss is totally healed because she's got pigtails again.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell.
I'm into it.
Yeah. She tossed down their mug, their friendship mug. What the hell was Tamina doing there?
She just randomly pops up place.
Yeah, just like she didn't have any other business, just saying hi to Nikki and checking about Alexa, talking about Alexa, and then Alexa pops up with a pigtails.
Yeah. Oh, he's born in America. Sorry, I didn't mean to backcheck, but they clarified what they had me say, and I guess it just means you're born in America. Sorry, Kat. I apologize.
Okay.
But yeah, so the pigtails remind Cross of the Fiend.
I didn't get that either. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about?
Part of the way that she braided it was kind of like how the Fiend has his braids.
Oh yeah, somebody did say she had like a dread or what. I think it was either Death Girls or those wrestling girls. One of them pointed out that she did have like kind of like a dread or whatever starting, or a couple of them. I don't know.
In the pigtails, yeah. So that, I think that's the part that she was like referring to as far as like the Fiend wise.
Dude, I really hope this is a slow burn for Alexa to become affiliated with the Fiend.
Me too.
Yeah, I really, really hope it was not just a throwaway angle leading into SummerSlam, and this is just... Now, when I say long-term booking, it instantly makes me lose faith.
Right. Well, to me, like, in a perfect world, to me, like, I want a wrestler to represent all the puppets. Like, we know Alexa is definitely going to be like Sister Abigail. I want somebody to be Ramblin' Rabbit, the Rabbit, the Vulture, all them. Like, I want him to have his own faction and everybody be represented by a puppet.
Well, so if you have Bliss represent Abby the Witch,
Sister Abigail.
You have Bray Wyatt's former character Husky Harris as Huskus the pig. That leaves Mercy the Buzzard, which I guess is through maybe his promos. Follow the Buzzards. It's a reach. Yeah. But Ramblin' Rabbit, where's the folklore on Rabbit?
I think they're like, if you played it right, after Otis loses the Money in the Bank and all that, he could be the Huskus.
Huskus is obviously a play on Husky Harris.
Husky Harris, exactly. I know, but that's what I'm saying.
So you can't...
Sister Abigail's not anybody, but I'm saying if you can use their essence of what they are, and use another character to be like that different.
Somebody else should embody Huskus, because Huskus is the embodiment of what Bray did wrong before becoming the Eater of Worlds.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, pick another wrestler who's doing shit wrong that represents what Husky represented to him.
I got you. Ramblin' Rabbit is Bo Dallas, his brother.
Yeah.
His plucky brother he wants nothing to do with.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, different pieces of him, he's like, he sees what he said, what he did, seen what he did wrong, what each one represents, and he picks a wrestler that is doing the dumb shit or representing that part of him that he hates, and he brings him in. Bring him home.
Bo Dallas.
And I'm so surprised that they haven't brought Bo Dallas into like any of the stuff yet regarding like Bray and the Fiend or anything like that.
I want to say I heard reports that Bray didn't want to work with him. Like, not so much. I don't know if it had something to do with Bo himself, but he maybe didn't want the real life brother angle, because Bray is such a large star that could kind of diminish it, kind of maybe pigeonhole him or put him in like a typecast or something while they're together. Because I always thought that, because there was a very brief time that Bo Dallas was like growing his goatee. He put a little bit of weight on, and he had like a mean streak to him. And I was like, "Fuck, Bo Dallas looks kind of cool," you know, and would fit right in with
before the B team shit.
Yeah,
before leading into it. But I thought, I was like, dude, he fit in with the Wyatt family, you know, if they played their cards right. But guess it wasn't meant to be, man.
Nope.
Yeah. Maybe you could have Bo Dallas in a mask and just be silent, and you just don't know it's Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. It's pretty fucking stupid.
I'm just envisioning some like old dungeon. What is it? What was it in WCW? The dungeon with Kevin Sullivan. Like that's
the
all.
Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah, the dungeon. That's all I'm thinking in my head, like a version of that.
Just gotta create that. Why would we want to create that, RN?
I'm just saying, like a version of that, like a not as cheesy fucking like Shark Boy, Shark, and you know what I'm saying, like not as cheesy version of it.
Oh my god, who was in the Dungeon of Doom? Hold on, really quick.
Don't ask me. That was like way before I started watching.
No, it's okay.
So.
I'm gonna look it up. It
was like Typhoon, not
Dungeon
Typhoon, Earthquake.
So, Wikipedia, always reliable. Members. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was like 20 of them all together.
Fucking hell, apparently. So you had, okay, so I was going to say let's book it, but God, no, we could do a whole episode.
but it also...
They had the Master, they had the Taskmaster, they had Kamala, Lex Luger, Yeti, Jimmy Hart, the Shark, Vader.
That was Earthquake.
Yeah, the Zodiac. Mang was in it. Okay, Mang's a badass.
Yeah.
The Giant. Oh, Paul White. Big Show was in it. Hugh Morris. The Barbarian.
Him and Ming were a tag team.
Conan was in it.
Yep. He had a mask.
Glacier was in it as the Taskmaster's bodyguard. Big Bubba. God, dude. Braun the Leprechaun. One Man Gang was in it. Z Gangster. The Ultimate Solution. Wow. That name doesn't fly that well. Loch Ness and Jacqueline, of all people, was in there.
Told you, bro. They had some fucking people in that thing, man.
And then on the independent circuit, they had Kevin Sullivan, The Wall, Gangrel was in it. Luna.
Nice.
Sam Dudley. And Ken Sweeney. Fucking hell. I thought the Dungeon of Doom was like 5 guys that wanted to beat up Hulk Hogan.
Well, it was like, but it was like a long ongoing thing. Like it was like they even feuded with the Four Horsemen.
Jesus Christ, man! I thought I remember just watching the replays. I was like, oh, okay, it's a bunch of misfits.
The Four Horsemen with Ben Hogan. Yeah, the Four Horsemen with Mongo and all them. Like it was Benoit versus Kevin Sullivan, and the Horsemen feuded with the fucking Dungeon of Doom. Jeez, bro, I got this, bro. I got this shit in my head.
Educational over here, man. Look at this. All right. Well, how are we end the night? I think we're at the ending. Pierce caught up with Roman. Roman, though, this was the first sign that you can tell Roman's a heel, because he was being intelligent, and he's like, I want to read the contract. I don't just want to blindly sign something.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame that the bad guys are the smart guys.
Yes. I was like, oh, that confirms Roman's a heel right there. Fucking using his noggin. And then we got the nothing of a 6-man tag. Nothing really stuck out here, right?
No.
Got to see a caterpillar. Sheamus walked off on Miz and
you jinxed Big E.
Yeah?
You jinxed him.
How did I jinx him?
The like second after they pumped him up that second episode, he was like, do you think this is the end of Big E? And he's been nothing but handed nothing but shit ever since then.
Kofi's 6 weeks is up. What, like next week?
I think so, yeah. So
back to the experiment is over, folks.
Definitely over.
It's definitely over.
Can someone please tell me why Otis still has the briefcase?
I forgot he did. Money in the Bank, man. Dude, what the worst, not just for Otis, but what a horrible time to be a Money in the Bank owner for anybody. Roman Reigns coming back. You get Braun Strowman, the Fiend. And then even if you cross over to Raw, who's the world champion over on Raw right now?
McIntyre.
McIntyre? Fucking Seth Rollins over there. Goddamn.
Shit,
Randy Orton.
Mhm.
Dude. I hope what's in that briefcase is a gun. Because it's pretty much the only way you're going to take someone out, man. Fucking hell. This is a terrible time for anybody.
Especially a jobber like fucking Otis.
Oh, man. How does he what if he's the first person who doesn't cash it in that year time just because he's realistically too scared to? He's going to lose it. It's going to come up in a stipulation match. He's going to lose it to somebody else. I just don't see him cashing in.
No, I mean, it's like when they put out Big E by himself and everything like that. I always like saying like he should challenge Otis for the briefcase and get it away then. So I would have no problem with that. But I actually just read something online that apparently if Roman had not taken the time off that he needed to and everything, apparently from what I read, the plan was for Roman to win the Universal title. Corbin somehow gets in the mix for the title match, wins it, and then Otis cashes it in on Corbin.
Could you imagine Corbin taking a belt off of Roman Reigns?
No.
Only to be undone by Otis?
Is that not the most Baron Corbin shit ever though? Like, is that not like
that dude can't catch a break, man.
Like, is that not Corbin as fuck? Like, to finally take down your arch nemesis who you've been trying to take out for over a year, and then you finally do it, and then you lose to Otis.
To fucking the Caterpillar.
That's the most Corbin shit ever, bro. I definitely believe that. Now that we're talking about it, I definitely believe that was a plan. No doubt about it.
Otis just needs to cash in on the tag champs. That's what needs to happen. That or just lose, like fucking Braun Strowman or The Fiend lose the title match and they somehow get back into it by somehow getting that briefcase from Otis. I don't fucking know.
I just
you
want to see
hold Mandy Rose hostage and that's the exchange.
Yeah.
I don't fucking
that's
know.
a good one. I just want to see Roman Reigns.
And then Mandy turns on Otis. Oh, shit.
It joins Roman. I'm with that.
I'd buy that movie. Man. Finally,
let's get to the best part.
Yeah, well, Biggie did pin The Miz, by the way. Oh, and then I love doing my voice to text because Big E just translates to Biggie every time. Yeah. Yeah, the best part, man. Roman Reigns signing that contract. He says, what do you say? Like, yeah, I will show up at Payback. Yeah, I will win. I'll enter the triple threat. Yeah, I will win it. And then he drops the line. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
It's a spoiler.
Fuck, dude. Roman's a Paul Heyman guy. That's finally, cool, man.
Fucking finally.
Fucking, dude, that's what a get for Heyman. God damn, what a get for Heyman. What's Heyman's role? He's not going to be Roman's mouthpiece.
I think he's going to do like he did with CM Punk, where he is, but he isn't at the same time.
Yeah, just they both can share the mic time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he just won't talk as much like he does with Brock and everything because it's like every time Brock talks, it's like a curse word every other word. So.
Yeah, I still remember him telling fucking. Oh God, what the hell? I got kids. Heath. I still remember him telling Heath, "I don't give a shit about your kids." Sorry, Heath. I kind of believe him.
The thing that I kind of dig about this is like now he can have Brock on Raw and Roman on SmackDown, and we can have Paul every fucking week.
Man, yeah. I've missed Paul's been gone long enough for me to miss him.
Yeah.
Bob says it's a smokescreen for Brock to come back. I don't know, dude.
No.
Brock ain't coming back with no fans. They probably don't even want Brock back without fans.
Brock probably doesn't even want to be back.
No.
I don't want him back.
I do want him back, but like, for what? Like, why?
Raw Underground.
Raw Underground. Okay, that I'd be down with.
You want it too.
There we
you
go.
want them back to.
That would be the only way I could take it. Is
Brock
Raw
and Bobby
That's
Lashley.
It.
Brock and Bobby.
That would be
Raw Underground, bro.
If we don't get by this year, or at least the beginning of next year, like what the fuck are they doing?
We ain't gonna get
it.
Man.
What are they doing?
We're not gonna get it. I just don't see it, man. Big E. I mean, just unless Lashley's holding on to the Universal Championship, Brock ain't gonna mess with him.
Oh no, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what do we got to do to get there?
We got to get Bobby Lashley that championship.
We got to get Bobby Lashley with Paul Heyman because MVP ain't cutting it.
Yeah, that would work. That'd work. Does this do the whole like official heel turn thing for you guys?
Absolutely.
Roman's heel now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to be. You can't be a baby face or a tweener if you're with Paul Heyman. You got to be a heel.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Has Paul Heyman ever been a face?
Not that I know of.
When he
Not in
led One Night Stand.
Yeah.
He was definitely the face on that night.
In the 90s when it was him versus King, probably. That's probably the last time WWE television he was a face.
I mean, after SummerSlam, everyone was like saying, "Oh, Roman's heel." I'm like going, "No, he's come back like very aggressive and everything." It's like
that was the reports is that he was going to be edgy and a tweener.
Yeah. But it's like, now he's teamed up with Paul Heyman. It's like, ooh, wait a minute. Let me backtrack on that.
My thing with Roman isn't like why I've never liked him, and it has nothing to do with Roman Reigns. Because Joe Inoki or whatever the hell his last name is, like him outside of being Roman Reigns is fucking dope. He's charismatic as hell. He's quick-witted. Like he's with the shit. Like he gets it. But then when you have him talking about Bugs Bunny shit on TV and having some little 20-year-old white kid trying to write for this guy, like it's like it never makes any sense and it never connected. And then they don't understand why he can't get over John Cena style or like be the star they think he can be. Well, let that man go. Let him go. Like hopefully we'll get this now finally.
Pissed off, less promos.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna work. It'll work.
Let Paul do the heavy lifting. He can still do his promos and still kind of go back and forth like CM Punk did. But for the most part, use him like you do. Use Paul like you did with Lesnar. Roman doesn't have to be there every time. You send Paul out there to talk shit and the joust for him. Like, why not? Why not do that?
Remember when Roman was being gurneyed out due to Braun Strowman and Braun's like, "I'm not finished with you."
Yeah.
Yeah. What if we got the reverse? What if Roman hospitalizes fucking Braun and then, goddamn, like throws him off the gurney and then I don't know, like runs a car into the ambulance or something? Be fucking crazy.
I think there's gonna be a fucking car wreck Sunday.
Hey, I'm here for it. I mean, I have to be. I got to cover the show. Yeah. But anyways, that's our show. Kat, thank you for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Go ahead and plug your stuff one more time before we go.
Check out Queen's Takeover. Our new episodes drop every Tuesday. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora. Check our new website, queenstakeoverpodcast.com. Has all of our information, merchandise store, platform links. And you can also check me out with EDS Sports. Awesome. And if you want to follow me, it's at Texas Sports Queen.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
That's okay.
I'm a moron, okay? It happens, all right? I'm sorry. I get jumpy.
Okay.
RN, always a blast, man. For you guys just catching this in the morning, I believe our predictions for Payback should be up as well. Make sure to check those out with Katie Bay and Vince. They're covering the predictions. Tune in. Also later tonight will be Synergy Pro Wrestling's Heat Seekers. I am going to be running that show down after it goes off air. It might be a little bit of a different style. I don't know if it's going to be a full recap like this. Might give general opinion. We'll just see how that goes. And then, of course, you got all our other shows like Payback and shit. RN, once again, man, you the man. What's that shirt you got again, RN, before we go?
SmackDown.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.